one of them called yesterday, and I said, okay, this is the problem, we need to fix it. And she goes, okay, respond to the email we sent you explaining the problem. So I did that, and then they were like, you need to provide the proper documents. And I go, we already provided the proper documents, and you guys made a mistake, and they didn't want to admit that there was a mistake on their end, even though we have the documents that shows that it is on their end. So luckily, my mom went in California to the UPS store just now, basically, and told them the issue, and he sent, I don't know, whatever, from his end, he sent that there was an error in to fix it, and now I'm waiting to see what they reply, but I have a feeling it's going to be a nightmare. And then they said, oh, you need to pay, and I'm like, okay, well, how do I pay? Because the way they worded it in the email to this point is I have to pay first to release it from customs. But then one of them said you pay when the delivery guy gets there. And I'm like, well, then that means it's going to get released from customs then. If he's going to let it out of the warehouse in China and come all the way to the Philippines, and then I pay that guy at my front door. So I'm like, they really don't know what they're doing, I don't think. Or I'm just incredibly dumb, one or the other, but no fucking clue. It's a learning process. Nope, I don't got my ravioli here yet. My $500 ravioli cans. Hello, Martin. I'm waiting for their email. They should send it pretty quick. That's the one good thing about the Philippines. They are actually, at least with these guys, you send them an email. I hate doing work by email. Everybody takes forever to respond, but they're actually pretty quick with their responses. So I'll give them that. They're confusing as fuck, but they are pretty quick with the response, so you don't gotta wait too long. So that's the positive. Always gotta find the positive, and I'm like, well, at least they do actually reply pretty quick. So that's about all I can say positive-wise.
Hold position in reactor control. No mistakes.
No, even on my last email, I asked for clarification, like, so how do I pay? Do I pay with the driver when he gets here? And when they responded, they completely ignored that I asked that question, which doesn't make me happy. Like, yeah. But then you're gonna get mad if I don't do it right when I've asked questions. Ask questions. That's what I learned in life, and apparently they don't want to answer the questions. They're basically holding my $500 ravioli hostage, and I want it back.
Outer perimeter secure. Push forward. We're going deeper into the wreckage. The resistance is massive.
Oh, I didn't
to
reset
break
the
free of
Alcata. Oh, damn it.
More of them than we expected. Find them in supply hold. Seize the area and
I
scatter their
have to.
forces.
Hold on. One
After
moment,
that,
please.
We'll trap and slaughter them.
Yeah, come and stare at me. So exciting. Yeah, we're gonna need to send a special military operation to get it released from customs. I think part of it is I never had a package delivered this way, so I really don't know the process. Once I do it once, I think it'll be a lot easier, but their emails are definitely not structured the best way to make it like very clear, like this is what you do. Okay, they kind of expect you to know, and I'm like, this is my first time, bro. I don't know where to stick it in. Where's the hole? You gotta be lenient with me. I don't know where the hole goes or where the hole is. Okay, little fucking yeah. Okay, yeah, we can't kill that guy because there's a little thing sticking up. And I was already ranting to my girlfriend. I got this type of luck in life where it'll finally get resolved and they'll send the package. But there's going to be one final hurdle. The driver's going to bring the package and he's not going to be notified that there's a change in the price. So instead of paying like 6,000 pesos, he's going to say the old price of 14,000. And I'm going to tell him, no, sir, that's not the right price. This is the price. Here's the email. I'll be ready because I always see it ahead. I'm going to have all the documents on my phone. Like, this is where we've literally said this is what we're paying now. And no, sir, I have to run this by my boss. And of course, he has to do that in person. So he's gonna go back, and then I have to wait for the delivery again. I'm guessing that's what the next problem is. Once we get this problem fixed. I even bet my girlfriend, I go, I bet you that's what's gonna happen. I bet you. We shook on it and everything. I'm like, this is what's gonna happen. They ain't gonna give me my package. I know how this shit goes. I appreciate that window. Release them. Go, go, go. Start the operation. Need my ravioli.
Exit point so the resistance cannot leave. We will pluck our prize from the carnage.
I can't reach. He's too high. Oh, was that BB-8 I just saw?
You don't want to fight us.
I have toppled nations. I have AnarchYxNinja.
Am I literally all alone? Yeah. Alright, let's just run over here with these guys then. Yep, luckily we're still fighting for the hill that we don't need, but let's go over here and help the one guy that was on the objective. Yeah, Turkey in the last few days has stopped being as stubborn to the allies, so now all of a sudden now Sweden gonna get in most likely, and saying they'll send the Turkish Navy to defend the ships in the grain deal if Russia backs out. They've officially taken a side. They've already been lenient towards the allies and kind of on their side, but they've been trying to play both sides kind of. Letting the Azov fighter go back to, or the Azov fighters go back to Ukraine. And then they said they would join the fight again, so that's gotta make Russia happy. That's part of the problem when you start looking weak. Now you're maybe not allies, but people who are more willing to work with you are now going to start picking sides when they smell weakness. So that coup attempt could very well have been what led to this, where they're like, dude, you just had an army march on Moscow with impunity, and then you literally give in to his demands. How do you expect your allies to want to, or how do you expect from that side to get allies if that's all they do? Like, they literally just gave up. Like, just lucky there was negotiations. It makes you look really weak, so could be what this is all about. Yeah, another example how this invasion to stop NATO is not doing that at all, despite what that side loves to say. Then you'll have the pro-Russian side act like the Turkish Navy ain't shit, but they have more combat ships in the Black Sea than Russia does. That's where the Air Force will come into play. If not that they're going to go into combat with one another, but if it did come to that. Yeah, really, NATO should ban Putin. That was one of my main reasons, if you guys go back to the stream, why I didn't think Putin would actually invade. Because he's just going to make NATO, which was getting weak and kind of not united. I'm like, Russia ain't a problem. And all you do, even if you had succeeded in wiping Ukraine off the map in a few days, you would have strengthened NATO even then. But he didn't do that. But such a stupid move. And sadly, all the pro-Russian sides still act like Putin's standing for what's right. Like, bro, even if he is, and that's your take on it, he's going about it the complete wrong way and doing everything backwards. But yet they still try to scream that he's right, which is just factually incorrect. Like, he's not. Like, he's literally strengthening him, bro. Like, what? Welcome to politics. Oh. So he's lucky that first swing didn't hit him. But the other swing made up for it. Meanwhile, I'm getting raped by grenades. I don't even think he knows he hit me though. Got another hero over here. Who might you be? We're running out of tickets, though. We're going to need some teammates down here. There's a BB-8, and of course that did not hit him either, by the way. I have to point that out to the jury. Well, I don't think we're winning here, boys. We do have some teammates around it, though, so maybe, but we're running out of health. We're going to need some reinforcements here. We actually got to stay on that. I don't trust teammates to do it. At least once we get overtime, it'll be a little easier to... And there goes all my health. There's Whips of Doom again, but if I go over there, he'll just kill me instantly. That's one does. I think I killed that guy. I'm sure, actually. Hello, Veda. Thank you for showing up. And there's Whips of Doom to take on my head. And a Yoda. Fantastic. Is it not? Is it not fantastic? We're hanging on by a thread, though. Oh god, they're starting to get overhealed now. I see the writing on the wall here, folks. I think Grievous is dead now. Come on, you shits, reinforce your leaders. We're the last one with no help. Come on, you shits. Follow your leader. Now, I'm not sure we're gonna win this, but basically we're just fighting a delay in action. Make it last long enough so we can get a video. That's all we're doing at this point. It's all we can do now since we're getting very little backup. We're slowly getting health back though, but one mistake and it's all gone. So might have just got a lot if that Yoda was the one who died. Yeah, we're probably dead. Oh, we got away with a dash though. Come on, teammates, back us up, homie. Back us the fuck up, please. Oh, we dodged it. Oh, that's not good. I needed help. And we took some of Anakin's health right there with that swing. Luckily. But we are getting weak. It should be long enough by now. I just hope the Elgato actually reset. Actually, yeah, we did reset it, but we'll need to get it from YouTube. Talking to myself for when I'm trying to edit this, like, we lost a lot of the beginning of the video. And there's a fin now. Well, suicide run, I guess, for the greater good. We actually took him out without losing much health. Oh, don't get stuck! Alright, that might be game changer right there, wiping that fin out. He didn't put his overheal. And we actually pushed by, too. Let's go, clutching it as usual. Anakin's dead, too. Let's go, dude. Let's go. The bad guy here? Get out of here. Alright, well, it lasted long enough now, so. Our mission's already won. Yeah, there's no problem sending cluster bombs. That whole thing, actually, is, I'm not really into conspiracy theories, but... One, Russia's been using cluster bombs this whole war already, basically. So they're not in a position to complain. Two, their dud rate is more than the Allies' dud rate, or the U.S.'s dud rate, which is the main problem with cluster bombs, for those who don't know. And a lot of the people who are talking about dud rates, I forgot what the channel was called, but he talked about this, where it was like, a lot of the people are saying the same exact thing in their arguments against it. They're using the word cluster munitions and horrific. They're all using the same thing. So he's saying that this could be one of their organized attempts at trying to, what do you call it? Get people against cluster munitions, because it's really not that bad. And a lot of people are taking the bait too. What do I know? Like, it's really not that big of a deal, but it's also not as game-changing as everyone's making it out to be. But you see a lot of people, like, I shouldn't name names, but a certain Kennedy that's prominent now that people seem to love, he's completely inaccurate on his shit, but he's saying the same exact shit a lot of the Russian side is saying. Or people who are tending to side to them, which kind of goes into what we were saying earlier about whether knowingly or not a particular side's been infiltrated by like online stuff, and they don't even realize they're doing it, where they're literally copying and pasting what the Russian side says, and they really don't know they're doing it, I don't think. And I'm like, you guys need to be a little more careful with that. And one of those guys was like, you better not cry when Russia uses them. Russia's used them already. What are you? Like, some of these arguments are just ridiculously stupid. And again, nobody even talked about it, but everybody's crying about cluster munitions. Okay, well, what about all the mines which do that exact same thing that both sides have probably placed 10 million plus mines already? Mines are the thing stopping all the offensives right now. That's more dangerous than cluster munitions, because the mine is designed to do what you're scared a cluster munition will do. They're worried if a cluster munition detonates and all the little shotgun pellets of grenades, basically, for those who don't know, come out. A couple of them won't explode, and then they'll, after the war, somebody will step on them and blow up. That's what mines do. And they've already placed millions of those. That's way worse than cluster munitions. And two, if cluster munitions is so bad, they actually have artillery shells that do the same thing, but instead of cluster bombs that detonate right away, it shoots out a minefield, which is way worse than cluster munitions, because it's literally designed to not